listening to the Medic Materials Podcast, hosted by Mike Turek, Emily Yates, Kelsey Coons, and Gerard Cuomo. Each month, we discuss EMS news, medical science, and review actual EMS calls, bringing many educational opportunities to the listener. Portions of the calls have been altered to protect the privacy and identity of all involved.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It is Friday. It's, I believe, August. Let's check in on what these guys are talking about. What you guys talking about?
Humming.
Oh,
Humming?
Hummers. No.
Hummers.
Hummers.
You know, I can't, it sucks because I can't hear you guys when I mute you. So I have no idea what I'm coming into. And like every single week when we do this, I try and tell you like, hey, we got 10 seconds, clean it up, stop talking. And no one ever sees me. So
And then you just click back in and all you hear is, hell yeah, I suck toes.
Exactly. Or worse.
Green fungus on them bitches.
Or
but-
so much worse. But thank you again for tuning in. It is the Medic Materials Podcast. Mr. Maha, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How everybody doing tonight?
The Maha's got the point tonight. I am relinquishing command to the Maha for, I believe, what? This is the second time?
Wow.
It hasn't been often. What's up, bud?
He's done a couple.
My little one saying goodnight. Gerardo, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
So
Getting through the school, the new school stuff.
So I was gonna ask before the show, and then I forgot. Are we allowed to mention the new education?
Oh yeah, it's not top secret. Like my MRI, which I still haven't been able to get from my fucking hospital. But I digress. Yeah,
right? Yeah. Who needs that?
Right. It's classified. It's G14. But yes, no, there's no classification on my information.
No classification, identification?
No classification. You can say whatever you want.
I mean, it's your story to tell. It's not me. I'm not going to spill the beans.
I'm going back to school.
There we go. And he said it. There you go. Who even cares what it's for?
Is your dean's name Dean Martin by chance?
Dude, believe me, if I could donate a building right now and make it all go away, that'd be great. You know? Yeah, I don't think people understand the actual amounts that would be involved with that, but so I've embarked. This week was the week number 1. I'm going for my master's degree in. It's no longer unmanned. It is now uncrewed aerial systems and operations. So that's going to basically mean dealing with drones and anything that's flying in the air with no pilot on board. So I got in the master's program, and I got accepted, and that's what I just started this week.
Okay, so you the last you and I spoke, we're thinking what, 2 years and ish you're done school, right?
Yeah, about that.
I think that gives us plenty of time to somehow come up with a service, a drone medic material offshoot.
I was thinking about just drone EMS.
That might be it. Maybe it's medic
when
materials drone services. Boom.
When they call for tooth pain, half of us are sitting in our bunk rooms playing Xbox anyway. Just flip the switch on their controller over to control the drone, fly it over to the address, pop it in the window, and go, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, right.
No, you don't need an ambulance.
Sign this. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Dude, that's the future of telehealth right there. That is the future of telehealth.
There you go. And then flip the switch and you're back to freaking Call of Duty.
We have a couple ibuprofen. Call it a night.
Yeah, you can just have it hanging in a little sack like a nut sack underneath it.
Oh, I
You know,
love
they
it.
got those nut sacks for like
Right,
the,
like
the
truck
car,
nuts
the
on the-
truck, the
yeah.
truck nuts. You have it on the bottom of your
Truck
truck.
Drone nuts.
That's freaking awesome. I think it would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So,
I would do it.
absolutely.
If I can invent that shit and make that shit happen to keep my friends from having to go on bullshit calls, I will do it.
Right? I think
Yeah.
it's something that we should look into. Maybe there's
Although-
the future growth of the company.
I would definitely be one of the first guys to be like, "What you want?
Right?
Call me for what? Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, get the
Just
fuck
has a-
out of here.
There's a little flip down screen and they just see your angry face.
What?
Oh,
Here,
man.
take one of these and go away.
I think
Like RoboCop, you just see this part of the head.
All you see is this. What do you want?
Right. How can I help you?
oh my God, it'd be so freaking classic. Love
They're
it.
like, no, I'm good.
right? You
bad.
scare
How
them
are you?
off. Oh, man.
Call me at 4 a.m. How the fuck you think I am? You call me for a stub toe. How you think I am?
Exactly,
Hey,
right? That 3 o'clock toe pain, right? We shove the tooth or
Right.
the freaking toe right back in their mouth. Right.
And for
boom.
the super whackers, we can even put a fucking like siren on it with lights and shit.
Oh, dude.
Q on there.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, we flew lights and sirens to the house.
Could you imagine Justin with his pager drone
Oh my god. although
following
not to,
him around
not to,
everywhere?
although not to give him a chubby or anything, but like one of the things I am learning is like they're really starting to use these a lot in firefighting. So
I mean, I've been, you know me in live PD. I
Yeah.
watch it every week.
Oh, yeah.
But lots of PD departments are now
Mhm.
using them. They put infrared on them, and they
Oh, yeah.
they literally, like, if there's a suspect hiding in like the woods or something, they're flying drones around looking for
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
they're
not just the
getting-
helicopter anymore.
Exactly. Like,
In fact, the operator might actually be on the helicopter, just sitting there with his little fucking PlayStation sticks in the back, like they used to control a submarine.
right.
And only now you're controlling a drone or two. And but a lot of them actually are autonomous, so you can literally have one operator and have multiple systems, and he'll just like pre-program where they want them to search, and they'll just go off and search, and they'll just get all the little feeds back
Yup.
with the IR and all that good stuff. And you say, hey, look, there's somebody hiding in a bush in the dark.
It's
Go get him, fur missile.
Oh, gotta love it. So let me get into the rig check here, and then I will turn it over to Mr. Maha. So, guys, this is our 70th 70 free episode of the Medic Materials podcast.
Okay. I thought for a second I thought you were saying this is his 70th birthday. My bad.
No, I mean, it might be.
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Right? But it's our 70th free episode. But guys, did you know that there are 20 additional episodes of this show?
I did not.
Right on
Tell us
Patreon?
more.
Yeah, right on Patreon. Right?
What?
Really?
There are 22 episodes sitting for your pleasure on Patreon right now. They're
That would've been
exclusive.
How do we
Spot.
get them?
What? What?
Well, that would have been the perfect spot for a Foster. Really?
Really? Oh, it would be.
Yes.
But-
Tell us where to get them.
Yeah, you should go to Patreon. $5 a month.
Ooh.
Literally, guys, the worst of the most outrageous calls that we do. Emulsion blender calls. Giant
no,
dildo
that
calls.
one don't ever listen to. Never
All right.
ever listen to that one. But the dildo one
Gerard's.
is worth $5 a month just to listen to that once a month and go back to it.
Gerard's oil truck call. Bear calls that you
that's a good
guys
one.
missed.
Oh, that was a Patreon. I forgot about that
The
one.
Phil Foundation's dining room table
No,
calls.
never listened to that one either.
And a lot more unbelievable stories that we put solely on Patreon. If you want, again, $5 a month gets you unfettered access. It also gets you a bunch of other stuff on Patreon.
How do I get fettered access?
I don't know. You moved to Pennsylvania? So use the link in the description below or go to patreon.com/medicmaterials And something
horrible.
new, something fairly new that we don't do very often, but there are some upcoming meet and greets that I need to tell you guys about. So myself and or others of the show are going to be around New York State in the coming months. Come see us Friday, September 22nd. We're going to be at the Mercy Flight Central's Fall Education Day. That's being held at the Vernon Downs Casino Hotel in Vernon, New York.
Ooh.
I am also going to be there I should say, Friday and Saturday, October 6th and 7th. I'm going to be at the Concepts in Trauma Conference at Tioga Downs Casino Resort. Oh, shut up. I don't want to ding myself. And that's in Nichols, New York. And then Friday to Sunday, October 22nd or 20th to 22nd, we're going to be at Vital Signs at the On Center in Syracuse, New York.
Damn, look at you.
I know. So we're going to be all over the conference scene in the next 2 months. So again, come out, see us, attend the conference. Again, I'm speaking at the Concepts in Trauma conference on the 6th and 7th of October. But we're also planning a really, we are in the beginning stages of planning for a possible live podcast in a venue somewhere in New York State. And
very cool.
I need your guys' help in planning that, seeing how many people would be interested in going. So there is a link.
Better yet, put a poll up. Who would be interested in going to either New York or North Carolina?
That's true. I mean, we could do that too. Maybe New York first, and then North
Carolina. Well, I was going to say,
second.
if the cheap motherfuckers would crack their wallets open and get that $5 Patreon, because you're going to miss that $5. That helps pay for taking the show on the road. So if you want to see it in North Carolina, throw some money.
And I'll tell you honestly, there are people.
For the price of a cup of coffee, you can sponsor this poor child. I mean, no. Wrong commercial.
Let's put it this way:
Starbucks a day. There you go.
There were people that when they saw the poll go up, they were like, "Oh man, oh stop it, you fucker."
You said it.
I
didn't
know.
say it.
I sorry. This is why the show is, dude. So again, something popped into my head. But again, people have been saying hey, let's just put it this way. All right, if we could take this show world tour, US tour, and visit all the states, there are people out there that totally would. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
Come out and support us in almost every single state. So we're going to start with New York, see how it goes. So the more support we get in New York,
except Hawaii.
Yeah, we don't want to go to Hawaii. That's true. But guys, let me blow your minds with this. So a couple weeks ago, we announced that in the rig check that we were number 7 on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
I looked.
Zeben.
Yeah. I looked 2 days ago. We are now number trace.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Don't know how that's ever freaking happening. I don't want to hear it, Jesse. We're running on EMT money, not that mad medic paycheck. Right. And that's why I have to marry a nurse who makes triple what I do. Right. Yep. I'm swimming in the cash right now.
Oh man, I'll be making it rain change.
Oh man.
Strippers don't like it when you do that, but that's all I got.
So, Mr. Maha, take it away today.
All right. So today we're starting off in a small urban type area, served by a fire first responder paid fire service. They're contracted out to a ambulance service. They run a basic ALS crew, your basic paramagician, and your basic EMT, and they have a second EMT crew. It's just basics, 2 basics in the ambulance.
But
Also,
basically, it's mostly basics.
mostly basics. With medic
Basically, it's mostly basics. Absolutely, yes.
out of that same base of operations, you'll get some transport medics in and out throughout the day, responding to places. So here goes your
Doing things.
Doing things.
Do they
Yeah.
really do things?
They make it look good.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know?
I've often heard that being a transport medic makes you a smarter street medic, but I won't go there.
Hey. There's
Probably
those.
does.
Yep.
So your hospitals and areas, you have a small access, critical access hospital about 10 minutes away. You have a regional PCI stroke center roughly 25 minutes away. You have a trauma center, what they say, about 45 minutes. Level 1 trauma center, 45 minutes away by ground.
Is it just trauma, or it's got the whole shebang and
It's
bang?
the whole shebang.
Okay.
That's that.
All
I
the
mean,
bells and whistles.
that is a nice, nice scattering of hospitals right in that, within an hour transport.
Yeah, it's almost as if they decided to place them when they were playing cricket one night. Just like, hey, look at that! I closed out my threes. There's your house.
All right. So here's your call for you. Ready?
Here we
So
go.
the area is having a small little festival of the local businesses and arts, and it's like a little carnival thing for your local businesses to celebrate. Hey, we're so great.
Mm.
So they're staging an ambulance and the fire on the outskirts in case anything happens. And you got your PD there to keep the crowd at bay. And somebody comes up to the ambulance and says, "Hey, somebody's passed out over there. I don't know if they're breathing or not." So
Well, why don't you go and find out and let me know?
I'll send my
So-
drone.
So, in all their wisdom, the fire department is a basic fire department. This basics on the basic truck. And they got the little first responder, bag. They run over and the BLS ambulance.
They got a bat utility belt.
Yep.
Full of
Oh,
stuff.
Of course they
Little
do.
whacker belt.
Nice.
They
And
have
the,
to.
And the standby ambulance is the basic crew because that's how you roll.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Right. It's funny. I tell
Go
Tammy
over
all the time, like, please don't wear the fucking bat utility belt when you go to work, honey. Don't be that EMT.
You gotta wear the whacker belt. It just makes more sense.
I would pay to see Tammy in a whacker belt.
Oh my god.
Like that would be
I mean,
the picture
I'm not gonna lie.
of the year.
She's got stuff in every pocket. Like legit. Like there is stuff in every pocket.
Is it?
He's like Douglas. It's like Douglas. Oh, that's right. That's what it's reminding me of.
Shit, every
Yes. Yes, she's a
Hey, look,
Douglas
if he comes in,
EMT.
It's just like there you go.
Well, that's just it. No, that's a beautiful thing. She is a Douglas EMT. So she is really turning into a really good EMT.
I need
Oh
to start
my
kit.
God.
There you go. I need
Yeah.
a pen. There you go.
Boom, done. Right there in the pocket.
I need a Jaws of Life. Hold on, I got that in my back pocket.
I need a fucking granola bar before I kill somebody. Boom. Hey, look at that. There's a granola bar. I'm not joking. It's in her like lower left leg pocket.
You never know when that BG's gonna hit.
Nope. And she carries my whoosh knife in one of her other pockets just in case any motherfuckers out there try something.
Absolutely.
If you got that Puerto Rican streak or something going, just gonna stick you. Yeah.
We cut you so bad. You don't even
I'm
know
bad.
we cut you so bad.
I'm so bad.
So bad.
All right, sorry.
Bush, Allison Bush. Okay,
The
so
bush.
so yeah, here you are. You got
Yeah.
somebody says, "Hey, you got this person down. Don't know if they're breathing or not." What are you thinking so far? That's what all the details you have right now.
There's a person down and they're unconfirmed breathing.
So
I don't know anything more than that.
At a festival.
At a festival.
at a festival,
Right.
where there's
With
there could be
alcohol being served.
Yep.
I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Like this isn't like the Special Olympics festival or anything like that, right? Okay.
So because Gerard always has to speak first, and I very rarely get the opportunity to talk
Mm-hmm.
about topics, I'm gonna take this one first. So I think where my brain goes always with festivals is drugs, alcohol, number one, trauma second.
I would throw dehydration in there.
It depends on the
Along with
festival. Yeah,
If it's like a
like
daytime summer thing, it's dehydration
Yes.
gets stuck right in there somewhere.
absolutely, right? Like
Uh-huh.
if you're sitting there at a rock festival or whatever, like yeah, you know that there's been 8 bands on and these
Yeah.
people have been drinking, partying hard and never left the pit. You know that oh, look, someone passed out. All right, their BG might be 8.
And that was during Dave Matthews.
Yeah, like there's circumstantial reasons. But yeah, I think always when I'm doing festival, work,
Yeah.
which bless her soul, Kelsey's actually working a festival right now as we record. So hopefully all that works out well for her. But,
Yeah. Good luck. Have fun.
but yeah, I think dehydration, trauma, some sort of drug or alcohol are my 3 go-tos to rule out first.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely go with that. I mean, with what we've got right now, we don't really have much to tell. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want, hit the chat real quick and see if anybody else has any ideas, because I mean, the whole gambit's out there. It's like hypoglycemia, something metabolic, heat stroke if it's daytime, or heat exhaustion, some shit,
Yeah, so we got a couple
anything.
things on what what treatments they're looking at. Chris throws out OD. WW2 Girl throws out, hey, the first thing they're going to do is check for any like medical tags, medical bracelets, stuff like that. That's a really good freaking thought.
Nice.
ETOH, heat, blood glucose, OD. Yeah, I think all of that is really good to start thinking about in this type of situation.
So BLS crew gets on the scene. They find a late 50s, early 60s female on the ground. She's definitely unresponsive to deep, painful stimuli. Respirations are shallow, about 25 a minute. The patient is very, very, very diaphoretic and very ashen. And the pulse is very weak, barely palpable.
Me no likey.
Right? I don't like where this is going already.
That's when I go, oh, look at the time. I got a thing.
Where's the drone? Where's the drone? Just, clip a little rig to the drone, helicopter that
Right.
thing right to
Time
the
to
ER.
get that drone.
I was just about to ask, are they having like helicopter rides at this festival by any chance?
Right?
Just be like, here, take this, fly through big building that way.
Yeah, I'm with Gerard. I don't like any of that.
So the EMTs get down, start doing the EMT stuff. We get some vital signs on this patient. First set of vital
Okay.
signs. as reported.
Any bystanders, like anything, know what the fuck is going on?
So, like I say, the first EMT starts taking vital signs, and the EMT is getting information. So the EMT asks a bystander comes out as a friend, and the friend says, "Yeah, the person just fell down. I was with them. She fell down, and I think she has some seizures, and she takes medications. I think for the seizures, but I'm not absolutely
Okay.
not, I don't know what it's called. So that's what we know so far.
Okay, so that's good. Do we know about any allergies, anything like that?
Nope,
Is
that's all we know.
are they that good of a friend, or they're just a friend?
They're a friend. They came with him to the festival.
Okay.
And I know she takes medications for it. I'm not sure what it's called, but I think she takes medications for seizures.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna just guarantee this is a seizure, but man, I don't like the color.
So our first set of vital signs when we started off this.
Hold on. Somebody dropped a good one.
Jesse threw out from Facebook, has PD Narcander yet?
Nice. And how many doses?
I couldn't let that one go. That was great.
And how many milligrams are we up to, Stevie?
Oh,
16.
no!
So do you want the sphincter to start going? Yeah.
I really hate when this happens.
So are we just gonna scoop and throw in the ambulance, which is what I would like to do, and get out of the fucking crowd? Maybe get in some cooler environment. I don't know what the temperature's like, but I'm assuming this is
It was
Probably.
it was a summer type festival, but it was
That's what I figure. Sound
summer.
festivals are summertime, so
It was like a
yeah, I think I would.
70s.
I'd move the show, get the show back to somewhere away from people, because I'm probably going to start removing things.
Giggity.
But anyway.
So our first set of vital signs. You ready, kids?
Mm-hmm.
Blood pressure 79/45.
Wait, they took this with the monitor. I take it, correct?
They took it manually.
How'd they get 79?
Exactly. Pulse was 56.
So I got 8
What the
motherfucking
crap
apples.
is going on?
They took 5.
Pulse is 56.
Wow.
SpO2 right now is 93. Respiration is 25.
Not so bad. Okay. Blood pressure, me no likey. Heart rate, not
So now you
good.
got a couple of EMTs that are going, so they start screaming for ALS.
Of course they do.
Of course.
We have to scream for ALS.
Before they screamed, did they move to an ambulance? Or?
Oh, they're still playing on the scene right now with
with everyone looking over with their camera phones, and that's fantastic.
Fire scrambling around trying to do what fire does, and the BLS fighters are scrambling around and they're still trying to get ALS.
And speaking of which, that plane crash. So not to digress or go off on a weird fucking tangent, but I'm going to do it anyway. Tammy had a plane crash this week at work, and she's showing me pictures because, of course, my former self, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, so who took the engine cowling off? Because it's sitting in a field and the top part of the engine cowling is removed and set next to the aircraft. So when an airplane crashes, basically, you're not supposed to touch a fucking thing. All right? If it's something where people have walked away, the pilot has switched everything off. You ain't got to worry about it. It ain't going to blow up. If it hasn't, then that means it's a big ball of aluminum and everybody's dead and you still don't have anything to worry about. Or it's in pieces everywhere and you got nothing to worry about. Fire took it upon themselves to remove the engine cowling of the aircraft that had just crashed, which the NTSB would really like to get their hands on and see as it is, because God forbid, it's a problem on other airplanes that they could, keep from falling out of the sky. So they removed the engine cowling and did what? On an airplane.
Started cutting wires.
They cut the terminals.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why that just popped in my head when we were discussing the the on-scene thing here. Sorry, I took us down a weird fucking path, but I just thought it amused me. I know everybody else was distracted, but it amused me.
So there's a lot of people sitting here wondering what 12 lead says, agreeing that hey, these guys should be loading and going, see you later, goodbye. But I'm assuming that these guys don't have 12 lead capability since they're screaming for a paramagician and they're a BLS unit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So they do eventually say, hey, we should probably get this patient, not on the ground and into our ambulance. So they go ahead and get this patient onto a stretcher into the back of the ambulance. The ALS unit that was stationed in that station was on another call and they had gone to, the hospital that was, 25 half hour away. So they're not available. So here you have a bunch of EMTs sitting here.
Okay.
Looking for some ALS.
Okay.
You know what? They should
have. How about stop looking and start going?
Exactly. They should have went to my class where we would have been like, they're 80 minutes away in Gilboa. Go.
BLS with those vital signs in that patient presentation, secure the airway, BLS adjunct, and maintain vitals, oxygenation, and off you go.
Yeah. It's very simple, right? ABCs, you have an unresponsive patient that's ashen in color, so they're not perfusing, so the heart ain't working. something in the cardiovascular system ain't working with vital signs to support that. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the, A, B, C, D better be get ass moving.
Yeah, I just want to know, does anyone know when it happened? How long are we talking about? Was her down? And yeah, as much history as we get, if that's all we can get. Hey, she might have. Okay, great, thank you very much. And
hell, bring the friend with you.
So
I'd rather not.
As reported to me, the downtime was pretty quick. Like, she went down, and they ran through the crowd to where they were staged. We're like, hey, this person went down. And
Okay, so
it was a matter of a few minutes.
Right, so we're talking minutes. We're not
Minutes.
talking. Oh, look at that, she's been down for a while.
So luckily, by some grace of EMS gods, a couple of the transport rigs were coming back from their day of transporting everybody, and the one paramagician on that rig said, "Hey, I can go help these guys out." So they got a hold of the BLS rig and said, "I'm on my way down." They were only a few minutes away, and they showed up on the scene of this clusterfuck. So,
well, we're not really at a clusterfuck yet. We're working on it.
Right.
well, it's working.
Give us time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's got to, it has to simmer a little bit.
It's got to develop. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's working towards a clusterfuck.
Right. We're on our way.
So, medic gets on the scene, and they got the patient in the back of the ambulance,
Finally.
and they start doing medic-y things. Get a 12 lead on
Like
the
what
patient.
kind of medic-y things?
They start putting a 12 lead on the patient, and they start having the EMT set up for a line because obviously these pressures are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, get me stuff set up, get a 12 lead done.
Nice going for the 12 lead first.
Start setting up, get my blood sugar for me, see what's going on here. Because the medic reported this patient literally had that gray, nasty,
Mm-hmm.
we've all seen that look like just pretty much death. You know what I mean? Like gray, washed out.
Yeah, if they ain't dead already, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yep. So 12E came back and it was
Fucked.
elevations in 1, AVR, AVL, V1, V2, depressions in 2, 3, VR, V5, V6. Now, for those of you that you don't know, that's some bad squigglies. You're looking at probably some anterior lateral MI going on there. These are bad things. And now he's bradycardic, so there's definitely a perfusion problem going on here as well.
Yeah.
So the medic went ahead and got a large bore going on. This is before he left the scene, so we probably should have go to the hospital. But
no, I like this. We're good.
He did get one line in.
I'd rather have the line, make damn sure I got it, and it maybe take a minute.
Right. I mean,
start bouncing down the fucking road and miss.
Right. If you're a good paramedic, you can start a line, start and finish with setup in under 3 minutes. Let's put it this way. The setup has already been done, so you realistically should be able to cut half of that out. So 90 seconds. Right. I'm willing to sacrifice the 90 seconds so that, like Gerard said, I have access for inevitably when this guy codes. Or girl, I should say.
Probably either just happened or we're getting damn close to it.
Exactly.
With that color.
Right.
While we were getting things set up, they did go pop another set of vitals, this time with the monitor because, it's already hooked up with stuff.
Right.
Vital signs at this point in time, I had a BP reported to me as...
Watch the monitor gives even numbers.
55 over 32.
Oh.
Now, what was that? Hold on. Was that like a 20-point drop?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
A pulse rate of 47.
They're both going down. That's not good.
SpO2 at 94.
Hey.
But this time we have they fired things and had him on 15 liters by non-rebreather. So we got that going on for us.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
He's ashy and gray and diaphoretic, so let's put some
on
him because
whatever.
I'm really hoping this works. I've been trying to figure this out, why all of my, sound effects are not working. So hopefully this one works.
No. We're completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
That's where I feel like this is going. Like, we should prepare for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Medic went ahead and said, "Hey, we can probably get rid of the non-rebreather right now, and we'll
All right.
put some end title on him instead with end title."
Yeah, probably be good. Anybody get a BG?
Mr. Maha, you are blowing up the comment section with praise here. I just have to throw this out. We got compliments on medic-y things, EMT things, and fire things.
Yes.
I mean, the best part is we know exactly what I'm talking
Exactly,
Right.
right? Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, I
So-
love it.
about. BG. Hold on, let me go through my thing here. BG was 147.
Well, at least they got one.
So medic reports.
Hey, we got two
while-
votes for the rest.
so the medic
Doing-
reports while he starts
doing
stabbing the
good.
guy with the big needle in his arm. The
Mhm.
guy looks at it and says, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing to me?" So we start to come alert, and he says, "Hey, dude, you kind of passed out." The lady says, "You kind of passed." The lady says, "You kind of passed out on me there." And
Wait, the lady's the patient.
the lady's the
Who's
patient.
talking to the patient? The guy, because you're
The
getting your fucking
paramedic.
like Italians all
I'm
fucked
trying-
up here.
I'm trying to
You're
read
dropping.
and-
It's like you're trying to talk to us like the FBI is listening.
Yeah, I'm
You
trying-
know,
I'm trying- I'm
He's
It's
trying
like,
to-
trying
so the guy did the thing, and at that thing over there, and that thing,
start over.
and
Start
then the
over.
lady
You
said,
can't let
right.
Butch read and talk. It fucks all the works up.
It's my first time. It's my first time.
like, "Who's the guy? Who's
right,
the guy with
okay.
the one with the
Here's the
thing?"
girl.
Oh,
The lady wakes up when she gets stabbed with a big needle and says,
Ah.
what are you doing to me?" And the medic tries to explain to her that, you passed out. We're worried about you. You're not looking very well.
Mm.
And she says, "No, I'm fine. I just want to go home." And he tries to explain to
Oh.
her. Says, "No,
music to my ears.
you're not looking great. Your heart's not looking great. I think you might be having a heart attack right now. You made it, your friend says you're ready to have a seizure." She says, "No, the only thing I have some high blood pressure. I take a pill for it. I don't know the name of it, but I don't have seizures and stuff." And I said, "Well, then you really need to go to the hospital because something is really bad right now."
So, okay, hold on here. The first immediate thought process that I had, not even, hey, this lady is waking up, but we had an unresponsive patient, right? Completely unconscious, unresponsive for at least 10 or 15 minutes?
2 minutes, yeah.
Right? And then she goes and wakes up, but she doesn't complain that there's an NPA in her nose. She doesn't choke or gag on an OPA, which tells me that no one did any airway control on an unresponsive
Hey,
patient.
there you go.
Wow.
Just a non-rebreather.
I was about to say, when you said an NPA, I was like, did they put one in? I don't
Right.
recall
Well, and
that.
that's it. Like, I hoped I
No.
didn't miss it, but I was pretty
Or hey,
sure
how about
I didn't miss that.
how about the she fell flat on her face?
Right?
Where's the collar?
Amazing.
Yeah. All right.
And I like that, right? So Yosin says she went from unresponsive to pain stimuli to argumentative ? Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a red flag, right?
Yeah.
Interesting developments here.
Yeah.
I'm not liking where this is going. I completely agree
Yes.
with the paramagician that this lady can't just get up and walk away.
Yeah. There's some patients that when they're like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm like, fuck yeah, baby. Here you go. Sign
Right.
it. 'Cause I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck. This is not one of those people.
Right.
This is one of those people I'm going to be like, yeah, nah. If I don't take you, you're going to die. I will tell them straight up just like that.
Yeah.
If we don't go right now, you are going to die.
That's how it was explained to me that it went down. Like she just wanted
Yep.
to get back to her friends and started and drink some more. Apparently she'd been drinking beer.
Oh, good stuff.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's another added layer onto the alteredness, right? So now she's also got alcohol on board. Who knows how much and for how long? Like, what if she smashed her face and now has a giant brain bleed?
Yep.
Like the list of possibilities of bad shit for this lady keep building. And like monitor doesn't look okay. Unresponsiveness and argumentative screams head injury and alcohol. I don't like where any of this is going.
Nope. No. Not good.
So what did these
Kudos on the
buttholes
fact
do?
that she was able to regain enough consciousness and start talking with fucking vitals like that.
Right.
Yeah.
What's her heart rate now, in the 40s?
She was 47
40s,
the
yeah.
last vital sign, yeah.
Fuck.
So while she's still arguing, the medic went ahead and had his EMTs work on making her a little more naked to make sure that nothing else was, bad anywhere, traumas, things like that, just in case they missed anything while trying to get her out of the crowd.
Fair.
Smart.
And then, did a kind of a neuro check on her to make sure while she was still arguing. Obviously, that's a neuro check. But
Are we moving at any point, or we're still sitting here?
we are working on getting out of here right
Okay.
now in a couple minutes.
Gotcha.
She finally agrees that, she doesn't understand why we're all fussing over her because, I just got drunk and fell down. But,
Nah.
If only it was that simple.
Yeah, the medic explained that, no, all these numbers don't look good. Your heart doesn't look good. You really need to get checked out.
If it was that simple, I'd grab a drink and lay down next to you, but it ain't that good.
Right.
You know?
So no obvious signs of trauma were visible with the patient at all. So we said, yep, let's just start going to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Another set of vital signs are going.
Where's the cath center, you said?
We're about 25, 30 minutes away.
To a cath lab.
Cath lab.
Perfect.
There's a PCI.
Beautiful.
That's 25, 30 minutes away. There's a local.
Even with the couple minutes of fucking bullshit, we can still make it within the hour.
Yeah.
And the trauma center is 45 a ground, and then there's a local,
Fuck that shit.
10 minutes away.
Fuck that shit. We're going for the gusto.
De gusto.
My next vital signs check we got a couple 100 liters in right now because he put a big old needle in there.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
We got BP 62 over 28.
Ooh.
But hey, we got the systolic up there a little bit.
But we keep losing diastolic.
We got that pulse up to 53 right now. SpO2 is 95. We got a couple liters on with the end tidal.
Is she feeling pain anywhere?
Nope. Reports no chest pain at all. No nausea.
No pain.
Dizziness, no nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
So her only so she's not complaining or describing anything.
Nothing at all. No nausea. No dizziness.
What's her end tidal?
End tidal was 34.
Why is she in this condition? Holy fuck, dude.
That doesn't make right. She's not perfusing. But
right,
yet,
she's ashen in color. Her BP's in the crapper. Her heart rate's in the crapper. But everything else is fucking great. That's when I'm like, you know what? You keep doing you. I'm gonna have a Diet Coke, and I'll see you at the hospital.
And just think about this, right? So remember, diastolic is measured resting pressure, right?
Yeah.
So the pressure when her heart is not beating is 28 millimeters of mercury. How can you even perfuse on that?
Right. How do you formulate a word? But so that's the reason I kind of asked the question I asked, if she was feeling pain in any way, anywhere, is because when I see somebody who's ashen like that and a diastolic figure in that range, I'm starting to think, well, there's no pressure in the pipe while the pump isn't pumping. Where'd the volume go?
Right.
Are we bleeding somewhere? Did we just pop a AAA? Because if she starts saying, well, I've had this little, kind of fucking Terry feeling over here. Well, motherfucker.
But if she's inebriated and intoxicated, is she going to feel pain?
Is she going to feel any of it? Yeah.
She could just be like, whatever, as she's leaking out of her belly.
Right. And then the other thing is, what is the blood pressure medication she takes?
Yeah, true.
Did we ever find that out?
I never found that out. So
Okay.
All she knows, she takes the blood pressure medication. So
Okay.
Yeah,
If it's a beta blocker, yeah.
that's intriguing. Like none of this makes sense.
I know.
So the medic went ahead and said, "Yep, let's go heading towards that PCI."
We should consider this a free Patreon
Episode
gift
100% agreed.
to everyone.
Yeah.
Because this is a fucking Patreon episode.
Yeah, this yes, exactly. Because you know, at the end,
Our gift to you.
yeah, because the Maha's smiling right now because he knows at the end this is going to be a UTI.
Right. UTI.
He knows it.
Every time.
Boom,
Every
done.
time.
We've
Knows, please
solved
don't
the
worry about
case.
She was drinking too much fucking Red Bull and rum, and it just fucked up her fucking UI system.
It was the metabolic thing. Don't worry about it. You're
You're
fine.
right.
Right.
Yeah, you're
Right.
fine.
Right.
Oh my good gravy.
Her sodium was off.
Yeah, they're just gonna snake a catheter up there and
So
do the thing.
I have a serious question though. Like, does this paramedic seeing all this, right? Is the paramedic thinking, did you ask the mindset of this medic? Like, are they lost and looking for something that fits what they're seeing? Or are they just going, hey, I saw elevations and some depression, so I'm going to swing this cardiac?
From what I understand, they saw the depressions elevations, so they were thinking cardiac. You know, obviously with the perfusion issues, so something was definitely broken. They were thinking something was definitely broken with the pump. So
Yeah.
they were
And I don't think they're wrong.
I don't think so. I
Like,
would have
I'm
treated
just-
this as cardiac as well.
Right.
I mean, it screams cardiac.
It does. Even in a lateral MI, right? You can have perfusion issues. I mean, your whole left circumflex feeds the rear and the whole left side of your heart. I mean, you lose that in a lateral MI and your left ventricle is kaputsko,
No.
you know? So everyone always
But then we should have some breathing issues.
free
It's like
Patreons,
nothing's
everybody.
adding
Free
up.
Patreons.
All right.
Oh yes, the medic said, "Yep, let's go to PCI." He does
Sounds good.
the medic thing and says, "Hey, I'm coming with a STEMI." He sends a strip to the hospital. Says, "Let's go ahead and pop a second line in this patient." Pops that
Good.
second line in for another bag of fluid. Gets some more fluids hanging up there. He did go ahead and do some aspirin just because. Hey, let's do some aspirin. Because-
Okay. I mean, sure. I mean, aspirin ain't gonna kill them unless it's like some ruptured AAA or something.
Well, that's what I'm like, me with the presentation and all that other stuff. Just because she ain't telling me about pain again, she's been drinking. I don't know what she takes at home. I don't know. I know it's like I'm thinking cardiac, but I'm thinking like volume depletion type cardiac. I might have withheld the aspirin, but I wasn't there.
So Chris is throwing in the chat. I would think cardiac also, and for the fact that females can show different symptoms for MIs. I mean, strong thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I mean, this because it is a female, you're gonna suspect, the lack of signs or symptoms that fit the box.
Right.
But the fact is, there's no other signs or symptoms other than the loss of consciousness, which could be explained by the hypotension.
Right. Or the
And
bradycardia.
the bradycardia. So it's like, or the inebriation or the seizure. So it's like that part was could be explained by something.
And no history of like
Right. Just hypertension.
No,
That's it.
right. And she there's no like undiagnosed, conversation between her and the cardiologist. Like, oh, hey, you have, a bradycardic arrhythmia like Turek does.
Right.
Like sometimes you're going to be in the 20s.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah, maybe if it's some kind of history that isn't diagnosed, there's that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know, and I'm thinking just in my own head that, yeah, she, always females, y'all are fucking weird, and I don't trust any of you when it comes to stuff I see on the monitor. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Oh, I feel great." I'm like, "You shouldn't." But anybody wants me to like
you fix it.
tell them you love them, you know? But in this particular one, like, yeah, I may, just because it's so funky and weird, and my suspicion always goes to the worst, I might withhold that aspirin on this one.
So the only other major medical that I found that was reported to me is when they found the patient outcome, there was some stuff that came up was years ago, like back in the 80s, this patient had a major trauma happen, and she was like in traction with a major femur fracture. That was the only other major medical problem.
I was waiting for you to say like she lost a quarter of her heart muscle or something.
Right, or she has some funky shit, right?
The only other major history she had. So she was in traction for months because of a major femur reconstruction.
Well, that's it.
That's wild. All right, so
is this reconstructed with pins and stuff like that? Are we talking?
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, she was in traction for like a couple.
All right, all right. So follow me down the. We should have a tinfoil hat segment. We should have a tinfoil hat segment for this. Ready?
Oh God.
The pins from the accident in 1984 finally fail due to brittle bone,
Congratulations!
Right.
Your tinfoil hat.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Dad.
Because I'm quick.
So like, the pins that were, manufactured by the former Soviet Union and, poor quality that were inserted into her young bones then, are now, showing the signs of age from, depleted, steel, tensile strength due to, Chernobyl and the osteoporosis. And that fix has failed, and she is now bleeding out with compartment syndrome in her leg, and we know nothing about it.
That still doesn't explain the bradycardia.
She's volume depleted. We've already passed the point of compensation. She's completely decompensated.
You know what she needs?
That's it.
Milk. She's
completely decompensated with great SpO2 and excellent blood glucose. The end.
The end. There you go. All right. So what actually transpires here?
So I got more happy stuff. So vital signs and stuff. 800 mLs in. They got a BP up to 71/36. The pulse of 52. End titles up to 33. Respirations at 26. 12 lead remains unchanged.
It's literally those only two figures that are fucked. Everything else is normal.
Was there any improvement in skin?
Nope. Still ashen, still diaphoretic the entire time.
Fuck?
Peripheral pulses still like strong and intact?
No, the peripheral pulses were weak the whole time from the start.
Okay, weak. I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
So was there any thought process? Okay, I know this medic started 2 lines. They got 2 bags running. Was there thought process like, hey, we've gotten it up to 70 from 50s with almost a liter? Was there talk of any pressers or?
But so now here's my question. Aside from the skin, and trust me, I know this. The skin is my thing. It tells you more than anything else. But aside from the skin, is there any indication that she is altered in any way, shape, or form, or is not perfusing her freaking noggin?
Unfortunately, with the alcohol on board, it's hard to tell exactly where.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Her normal mental state is.
Gotcha.
Were you thinking so as soon as you said that, I was like, Gerard's thinking she might just be gray in color. Like,
I was thinking,
her normal
maybe
skin color.
She's just one of those people,
right?
One of those bridge people.
You know those people.
Those crusty.
You know those people.
Yeah. You people.
Use people.
You people.
Very interesting. So, okay, so continue, because as of this point, it seems like they're going to the PCI center. They believe
Yeah.
this is cardiac. They gave some aspirin. If they give nitro, I'm walking out.
Yeah,
Nitro did not happen.
Okay, I'm
well, that's
good. I could stay seated in my chair then.
Seated in your
Like
chair.
presser,
So-
I don't know if I would go to the presser on that. This is the one I might just wait and give it to El Doctor.
I think
To
I
your
think
question, no pressures were not given.
at this point,
yeah.
if I was in this seat, right, looking at this lady, right, if I saw after giving all this fluid, right, and then I see another decrease in pressure or I see a decline in status, I'm giving a presser.
Yeah, but we've
I
been
think
seeing
you'd-
everything trending up. Her
right.
pressure's trending up.
I think you'd have
and
to
it's only
see
after
that
800.
change.
So I mean, we're not even at our 2-liter protocol, where we like to flood people.
Right.
So we're just we're not at the biblical flood stage yet. We're just at like minimal flooding. So
I like these role reversals we're playing tonight, Gerard, because you typically are the one that's like, well, why did they start the pressure already? And I'm like, well, let's hold off on it. They've gotten a 50 mLs of fluid in. So,
Now, I think if this were me and I still had dopamine, I might go with dopamine.
I'm not smart enough for dopamine.
Get out your clock.
I freely admit it.
I mean,
I would look at my bag and go, yeah, it's in there. Okay.
because the norepi, it doesn't have, it's it doesn't have the tropophobic effects you really want, but dopamine,
Tropophobic. You mean it's afraid of tropos?
you got that chronotropic effect, and
There you go. Inotropic. Chronotropic.
Didn't I
chromotropic.
just do a
I
Facebook
meant
post
the
on that?
trope effects.
Yes.
I mean, it's just norepi.
It does things.
Norepi doesn't.
Norepi doesn't affect the heart
Right.
itself,
squeezes
where
it just
dopamine
squeezes the
will
vessels.
affect the heart muscle as
Right, so
well
you'll get a little-
as well as the
yeah,
vasculature.
You'll get some increased cardiac output out of
Right.
the whole deal, along with the pressing effect.
Right. I agree. I think dopamine in this
that'd
case
be nice.
would be nice.
Yeah.
Again, I'm with Gerardo. I'm not smart enough to give it. I'd call my wife and be like, "What do you want me to do? You're the only one that I know that carries dopamine."
400. If it comes in the pre-mix packs of 400 or 250.
Yeah, see, you're old enough to know when you used it, because that was the only thing you had.
Yeah.
So,
1600 milligrams.
all right,
so-
I'm gonna be quiet, which is
If I just
hard
had,
for me.
yeah, that is new.
I know,
Sorry.
right?
So if we just had things in the back like, I don't know, checklists, where you could flip it open and go, oh look, here's
Yeah,
what I need
list.
to do to get this. What was that?
A
It's
list-
a list
You can check.
that you check. Exactly. It's like having a jump to conclusions, Matt.
There you go.
So continue.
So they continue with this patient. At the door at the hospital before they hop out, the last vital
She
sign-
codes. Oh,
No,
okay.
no. Vital signs are 72/38,
Same.
pulse of 52,
Same.
end tidal 35,
Good.
12 leads unchanged.
Count it.
And they hop out. They go meet the doc. Say, "Here you go, doc. Here you go." They're met by the team in the ER.
And as I walk out, I go, Kobe.
So that's your patient. So what do we think? I do have an outcome for this patient. If you guys want to,
Thank
So
Jesus.
what do I think? I think that man, I don't think I would have done anything different. It doesn't sound like anything different should have been done. Except the only thing and it's just, again, it's I might do it, not do it. I wasn't there. Is hold on to the aspirin. Beyond that, fluids. It's just so fucking weird. I'm sorry, this woman, and
weird.
yeah. Well, I almost said another word, but I was like, yeah, it's so weird, this bitch. My bad. But
he's drawing them in.
right.
It's a
You see this-
miracle
you
Tammy's
see this
going to
bitch?
marry you.
I mean, your mother.
Like,
So, yeah.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I was done. I mean, like, honestly, I just that was like.
I think like
I think some airway work by the EMTs would have been prudent. Would it have made a difference? There was never seemed to be any oxygenation issue.
right.
Which again, you're ashen in color. Like everything about your skin is telling me like that should not be your SpO2. That should not be your mental status. You shouldn't be able to talk to me. You know, that should not be your blood glucose. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Like you sent me the 12 lead of this patient. I looked at it and I was like, yeah. I was like, I would probably call this exactly what it was. Like what this paramedic called it as. I see elevations, I see some depressions. I don't. Sometimes in this business, we do stuff and we have absolutely no idea what we're doing. Like, we just follow, hey, I see some symptoms. This is what we're supposed to do when we see these symptoms, and let's go for it. And we have no idea what the underlying cause is. And sometimes that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes that's the best possible information that we have, and that's what we're going to do. I think they failed in the airway when they were unresponsive. And I think maybe they failed a little bit where they could have gotten off scene a little bit faster. But other than that, I don't disagree where the medic went with this call.
It seemed pretty cut and dry.
I mean, we're going to be totally wrong, I'm sure, because if it's a Patreon level call, I'm waiting for the UTI right now. Just give it to me. They were constipated with a pink dildo.
Did we go fully trauma naked with her?
Not fully. Obviously, underwear stayed on, but
See, that's where it was.
Yep.
The wet bandage.
wet bandage.
We missed it.
A small little bullet hole right here.
Yep, there was a wet bandage.
The golden BB was there. There it was.
That's it. We missed it.
I mean, it
That's
could.
why you always go trauma naked.
Yep.
You
How
never
else
go
are you
for
supposed to find the giant pink dildo?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
I'm not even gonna say it.
Somebody may have guessed it already.
Okay.
Somebody guessed it. We'll see.
Check the chat. What's all right? Before we do this, what is everybody's field diagnosis right now?
So I've been measuring the chat since we started. Lots of cardiac. Most of the chat is going with cardiac. No one has said something other than cardiac. The only thing that was questioned that we didn't even bring up, and I waited for this to see if, Maha or you, Gerard, said this, was WW2 Girl said, what were the pupils like?
Ooh, very nice.
And
I kind of feel shitty. I don't have a name. Anyway, go ahead.
Never mentioned.
Never
Like
mentioned.
WW2 Girl asked the Maha, and by the way, Gerard. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not part of the cool kids club, but anyway.
Well,
Pretty soon, we can almost call you a doctor pretty soon. The way you're going.
oh, there you go. Soon I'll be able to.
Dr. Beeper.
Yeah, cardiac dehydration, cardiac combo. I think a lot of it is going with cardiac something.
Yeah.
So
Drummel.
Hold on. Let me see what I got for you.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
that's
There
what
you
she
go.
that's what she codes.
So the patient was quickly transferred out of the PCI center,
Okay.
To
And
where?
Stroke center?
sent to the trauma center
Get the fuck out of it. I was right. It was the Chernobyl fucking pins.
because the patient was diagnosed with a 3.7 millimeter descending aortic aneurysm.
I knew it.
She was admitted for vascular surgery.
Wait, 3.7.
3.7 millimeter. Yep.
Oh, millimeter. Okay. Whew. I was like, 3.7 centimeter.
She
Fuck, I'm in
did.
trouble.
Like, you're speaking to a ghost.
Right?
She got the surgery she needed.
See, that's what it was screaming to me this whole time. That's why I was like, I might not have given that aspirin if I was there.
She remained hemodynamically stable.
Yeah.
And last I knew, when I talked to this medic, she was a walkie-talkie out of the hospital with new medications and all the good
Excellent.
stuff.
Outstanding. So here we go. Let's go back to the presser. Probably a good thing we didn't get that BP up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
If we'd have given that presser,
Bye-bye.
Bye, love.
So,
yeah.
yeah, because, like, you know, in EMT and paramedic class, we are taught a very specific set of symptoms for aneurysms. Especially,
Right, that's why I asked about the pain.
Right,
Yeah.
especially abdominal ones, right? And if you don't see that, you're like, oh, it's not that. Right? Oh, if they don't have abdominal pain, oh, blah, 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 blah. Nope. Write it right off, right? Here's a prime example. And again, we don't know how much the ETOH factored into it, right?
Right, I was going to say, this is the one that's confusing. It confuses me because when I see skin that color and there's nothing open and there's no trauma, my first thought is that. Because unless they spontaneously burst their fucking spleen, how else are you going to get that ashen without just like a massive MI where you're not talking to me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you're just in massive quantities of pain.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
and having that diastolic so low.
Oh, low, yeah.
Also makes sense if you are bleeding and losing your resting volume.
Right. Did we ever check the other arm? No, we didn't, did we?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Was ever mentioned? No, it was always one arm.
Just the one arm, yeah. See, and that's just it. When I look at somebody and there's no other rhyme or reason as to why they are that color. And we're not talking pale, we're not talking the diaphoretic. No, we're talking the color of your grandfather's bottom of his fucking ashtray. All right, after he puts his more cigarettes out in them.
Yummy.
All right. That white gray. I mean, it's the sign
looks
of
like death.
Of a dead body. You know what I mean? It's right. That's a dead person. They just haven't laid down yet. So when I see that and there's no other rhyme or reason for why they should be that way, that is my initial go-to is I could be dealing with a AAA here. And or something's dissecting or whatever. That's immediately why first question is, pain. Okay, so now ETOH on board. Yeah, maybe she's not feeling a fucking thing because she's just, living the dream. But everything else was kind of screaming that. And yeah, I mean, like for me personally, that probably would have guided me away from giving anything aspirin because you're looking at a perfusion issue right in your face. It's telling you, hey, I'm not being perfused. I'm the skin, and I always get perfused. Right,
but
until I'm not.
Right, but think about this too, right? So this is also something that I'm intrigued. I really wish we knew what that blood pressure med was. As you said, I wonder if it was a beta blocker or something like that, because typically you're not like a AAA or any type of, aortic aneurysm, right?
Yeah.
Is not going to cause bradycardia because the heart itself is not damaged. Right. So again, now you have an oxygenation issue, I'm assuming, right? Mm-hmm. You would have to think for those EKG changes, right? Again, because the aorta is not going to cause electrical changes in the heart muscle. You have to be thinking that there is a blockage of oxygen getting to the heart muscle. The only without an actual blockage, like a plaque blockage, it has to be a return issue. There's not enough preload getting to the heart and getting into the coronary arteries, right? So yeah, it doesn't have enough oxygenation, which is crazy because now you look at the SpO2, right? The SpO2 is in the 94, 95 this entire call. Well,
what finger was that on?
It doesn't matter. Think about it this way, right? Like, this is what I immediately think of. If you lose 3/4 of your blood volume, but that last quarter is saturated 100%, what is your sat going to be? 100%.
Yeah, it's going to be 100%. Right, exactly.
If she's bleeding out and losing her, her volume, what's left is going to be 94%, but she's really at 70.
And that's just it. This is what was screaming the whole time at me is I'm looking at everything I'm listening to, and I'm like, this is volume depletion. There's nothing in the pipe.
Right.
There's something going on where she's bleeding out somewhere. That's why I was kind of making the joke about the fucking, the Chernobyl pins. But that's what was in my head was we've got to be bleeding somewhere. Because, the cardiac is the way it is because it's not getting what it needs because it's not making the full trip. It's getting to a certain point and going, bye. I'm going to go out this little hole here and see ya.
Yep. Yeah, and I think it's one of those, like, we think what we try and put it into a shock category, right? Multiple times in the chat, some people put in cardiogenic shock, right? This is cardiogenic shock, just not on the pump end, right? This is that pipes and, stuff in the pipes or the pump itself, right? And here we have a problem with the actual pipe. So now what's it doing? The heart's failing. So, this is definitely one that, makes you think. Absolutely.
And this is also one. Let's go to a little higher level of thinking, and not even talking about treatment or anything like that. I'm thinking, all you motherfuckers out there, and you know who you are, who would have said, "Oh, she doesn't want to go."
BLS.
Okay, I'll either I'm going to send it BLS or I'll give it the good college try. Are you sure you don't want to go? Okay, you understand all these things I just read to you? Yep. Okay, here's sign here. You just fucking killed somebody.
Or what about the even
not
worse?
That you'd lose your job over it, but just
no, absolutely
you have to live with it.
What about the even worse one of she's drunk, she's at a festival, I don't want to be here. She fell, she passed out, she's too drunk. Yeah, this is just BLS.
Right. It's heat, it's hot out, that's why she's white, she's a little heat exhaustion, there you go, off you go.
Yep.
I got other things I got to do.
How many people would do that? So freaking many. Unfreaking real. But guys,
so think about that, and now think about, hey, guess what? How would you like to have that phone call later? It goes, hey, that patient you turfed in, or you just fucking disregarded or let her sign off? Yeah, she died.
Oh,
yeah. Turned out she had a AAA, exploded and she bled out inside her chest. But you had a good day, didn't you?
Yeah, and they would be like, oh. Well, that sucks. Yeah. And then they would keep playing Call
of
Duty.
You could have stopped it, but...
Not at all. So we just want to throw out this awesome compliment from Jesse.
So she did live, though, real quick. Sorry about that. Real quick, she lived?
Yep. She's talking out of the hospital.
Cool.
Woo! We'll throw in a Ric Flair for that one. But Jesse throws out a really awesome compliment for you two. Definitely not talking about me here. You guys are dropping science here. Really good content. So thank you again.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. So
me, I make fart jokes and talk about truck nuts.
It's okay. Science.
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 So, just gonna throw this out there that
fake news.
An aneurysm is one of those little STEMI mimics out there.
Yes. There you go. So So when you have a patient that looks that color, and let's say you are one of these transfer medics, or EMTs, and the hospital goes, oh, we're just sending them over for evaluation, and here they are, and they have all that presentation, and they go, oh, it's a STEMI mimic. And you go, oh, Really?
They tell you, oh, it's an NSTEMI.
Really?
NSTEMI. I'm sorry. Yes, the infamous NSTEMI. It's more than famous. Yeah.
Damn, we
It's
could have used
infamous.
Foster twice today because we really.
Really.
Damn it!
Just put your phone up to him, hit record, and just say it.
I know.
Thank you.
I really,
Done.
I, you know what? I will make that my mission between now and them. Then,
Yeah.
damn it,
And if he ever did come on,
he would never.
I wonder if you ever did manage to talk your loving father-in-law.
I would have to
grace
get
us
him
with his
drunk
presence
and high to
and his
come on.
and his knowledge. If he would please come on this show. If you were to really him with his own really, that would be like where the whole universe would just like it would expand infinitesimally and just explode.
It probably would.
You know, boom, done.
Oh my god, that would be so freaking hilarious.
You know, it's like looking at yourself in a camera in a mirror.
So, anything else that you guys want to add? I think we've dissected this one pretty good. Maha, it is always a pleasure.
A truly great job.
The best job ever. It was the greatest job.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Oh man! So we're gonna be transitioning here into the end of Tor's show. Give us 5 minutes, we'll be back. But again, thank you everyone who joined us here on the podcast. It is amazing that you guys, keep supporting us. We're fastly approaching 100 episodes on this show, and it is just ungodly that we've been doing this almost 3 years now. So again, stay safe, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you back shortly.
Donuts.
Inconceivable!
Hit the shitter quick. Right back.
Ooh, he's gonna shit.
Yeah, lovely.
All right.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you want more information on the podcast or to send us a car review, please visit medicmaterials.com/podcast. To learn more about earning continuing education credit from listening to this episode or others, check out Medic Materials CMEacademy.thinkific.com. We appreciate your continued dedication towards EMS education and helping us advance the field. See you next time.
Well, I got one of them back. How did you do your business before Gerardo just went and got a beverage? Like,
my stomach is this big. Yeah, I can't hold much food in there, so
that's fair, I guess.
Slide in.
that's what she said. Giggity.
Electric slide right in. That's fabulous.
All right.
So, yeah, guys, I'm going to start off tonight with, I got,
That's right, Jerry.
I got to vent a little bit. I've been waiting.
We're gonna vent?
I've been waiting for days to vent because,
You're making me mad!
yeah. So,
You ever seen a grown man naked?
So I never thought, never in a million years did I think that it was going to be so goddamn freaking difficult to get paperwork through a governmental agency.
Wait, whoa, you never thought it would be that hard?
So okay.
You're from this.
No, just hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm holding.
So I understand that when you're dealing with any type of, governmental agency,
Overreaching bureaucracy, yes.
right? Exactly. It's going to take time. It's going to take so much time. But you know what, like,
It's gonna take
freaking,
plenty of time.
oh God, the amount of time. But what drives me batty about the whole situation is the fact that all of the nonsense and red tape, yes, that went right over my head. Just keep on laughing, you old guys. All
I'm
right?
looking at him because he's singing the song in his head now.
Yep. Good for you guys.
Sorry.
It drives me up the wall that all of the holdups are literal things that don't even need to exist.
That's true.
Are you finished?
No, we got the giggles.
I'm glad it happened in this episode and not the last one.
Oh my God. Sorry.
But
no,
yeah.
I understand
No,
completely
no.
what you're saying.
Like, literally, I try and get this paperwork through. It's taking like a month and a half. I finally talk to these people and they're like, oh yeah, we have it. It's processing. But Judy Lou has to do this with it. And Judy Lou isn't there today. And Judy Lou is not going to be there all next week. So, and then
Hey, guess what? Judy Blue ain't gonna be there for the rest of her fucking life if she keeps this shit up.
And then, Judy Lou is like, oh, well, when I'm done with it, if I don't see anything wrong with it, then we'll forward it to another department and they have to, they have to have their way with the processing. And I'm just like, how hard, literally, what I'm asking these people to do can be done in 1 hour. 1 hour.
Realize?
Oh, I
realize the
realize. I
impact?
realize.
Do you realize the impact on GDP that would happen if we were to shut these fucking things down? You'd lose like half the fucking gross domestic of this fucking country because everyone would be out of work.
Yeah, seriously. It drives.
There's too many fucking people.
But
There's way too many people.
But literally,
It's a whole lot of spending money.
it's not even they are there for no purpose. It's the 21st century. I don't know. That's my hot take for tonight. I've been fuming for days. It's driving me bonkers.
I'm with
guys,
you, man.
You guys keep giggling.
No, it's all good.
I'll just sit here, unbeknownst to what the fuck you're talking about, looking like a fucking square.
Nobody else does because it was a reference to a completely just nothing song that nobody's ever fucking heard.
Yep.
Except unless you were
From the next Beatle. But
from the next Beatle, if you were on the radio, George Harrison.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
So
see, no one cares.
Right, nobody cares. So I'm with you. Right. So I feel your pain because I've been trying to get an MRI sent from one hospital where it was done to the orthopedic guy who wants it, but because this one is this healthcare system, and this one is this healthcare system. They don't want to talk to each other.
Right, they can't talk. God forbid.
They don't want to talk to each other. So this is going on since like January.
Yeah. Fuck
I've
these
made
people.
requests. I literally they actually sent me a like fucking metered mail, whatever, where they actually spent a shit ton of money to send me a letter
Snail
that
mail.
I open up, and
Love
inside it says, "You have requested your fucking MRI." I'm like,
I knew this.
well, no fucking shit, Sherlock.
How long
Yeah,
did that take?
You know, and and here we are now going in, to mid-August, and
Bupkis.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
and I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, did they like see something in there? Like, is there like fucking some Steve Austin shit, or not Steve Austin, but you know what I mean?
$6 Million Man.
I was making that reference, and I didn't want anyone to think it was something about the wrestler, because of course he's got bad knees. So, but yeah, the $6 Million Man, Steve Austin, right? Like they found some bionic shit in my fucking leg that's G14 classified now, and like they can't share it with anybody.
You got a
It's
UFO
in the file behind the UFO and Oswald. You know. Fucking yeah, it's insane. And you gotta call this one. Okay, I call that one. You gotta call this one. You gotta call that. Okay, I called that one. This one. And I literally went in a big circle, and I ended up back at Letitia, and she's like, "Oh, well, you gotta call this one." I'm like, no, that's the one who told me to call back to you.
Right. Oh,
We already spoke this morning. Don't you remember?
It's like dealing with fucking. You ever deal with Amazon? Like if they lose a package or something, you ever deal with them?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
They're just like
Thank
we're just
God.
gonna pay you for it and just be done with it because we don't care.
It's too bad Phil isn't here.
And we're Amazon.
It's too bad Phil isn't here because when I first got this when I first bought this camera, they lost the first one. But the first guy I spoke to, he had no. It's like I'm like, all right, so I haven't got the camera yet, blah blah whatever, and it said it was in your warehouse in Connecticut, and I said the next stop it's going to make is when it comes to a place that's very close to where I'm working right now. Like I'm literally 5 minutes down the road from the next warehouse it's going to.
Right.
I said, but it hasn't made the journey yet. And if he first tried to tell me, he's like, no, it hasn't left Kentucky where you bought the camera from. I was like, well, he first tried to tell me his name is Rolex. I guess if you try to sound expensive, you're going to be expensive, I guess. I don't know.
His name was Rolex.
Yeah, his name. I'm like, I'm
wow.
looking at the details right now. It says it's left Kentucky. It went to this warehouse in Kentucky. Now it's in Connecticut. I said, I live in New York. I could walk to Connecticut from here faster than the 5 days it's stayed in, Connecticut.
Yeah.
I could have been there and walked back here by now.
Yeah.
And it went.
I was just thinking, I'm not fancy enough to be Rolex.
No.
Yeah. The package. It's like you just told me it got lost. No, I didn't. I was like, you literally just did. You told me it got lost. I went round and round. Oh yeah.
I love it when I like order some shitty fucking thing, and I'm like, yeah, it didn't come in. They're like, oh, okay, here's your money back, and I'm just like, not even gonna try to see where it went.
Nope.
I mean, is that not an option anymore?
That is giving zero fucks right there.
Right.
That is what
It's
that
like,
is.
do we not do that anymore?
No. That is when you are too big to care. You're just like,
Right.
fuck it, whatever. Scrooge McDuck, here, have a nickel. Like
I ordered like this handheld radio. It was like over $100, and I was like, yeah, it never came in. And she's like, oh well, okay, here you go. We're refunding the money. Sorry about that. And I was like, wait a minute, didn't we skip a few steps? Like we went straight to the triple dog dare. we missed everything in between. I mean, like no. Okay. I'll take the money back. And then so I got the money back and I got the free radio because it shows up, of course, like a week or two later. And then it's, hey, you know what? Would you like me to send it back? No, I'm not sending it back. Not happening.
So I digress on the aggravations of governmental employees, even though most of them, if not all of them, are completely and utterly pointless and just take up wasting oxygen of this fine planet that we're on. But Mr. Maha, do you have any random shit for this week?
Well, I just happen to have a story. It's quite.
He just happens to have some random shit.
All right.
Damn.
Wow. I heard all of that.
All of it. That's the first time I ever heard it.
Yay! We're growing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Oh no!
I have to
God.
interrupt. Introducing into the chat, Gerard, you better watch your P's and Q's. Your wife's in the chat now.
Oh, fuck.
She says,
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
she
So it's
says,
all the P's and all the Q's.
all of them. Tell them about the bin store.
Oh, the bin. Oh, yeah. The Amazon. So there's like a, like when Amazon, I don't know, you may not know how, like when Amazon gets returns, they don't actually like ever send them anywhere else. They just collect them, and then when they get like a trailer full of them, they go, all right, we're gonna auction this trailer full of fucking shit off to whoever wants it. And so there's these people, they bid on these things, and they get these trailers delivered to their, so there's a little store in town called The Bin Store, DA space BIN store. And they get a delivery on Wednesday or Tuesday, so whatever the fuck day. They get a delivery. They open the doors Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Anything you get out of these bins, no matter what it is, whatever you find, is $9.
Damn.
And then and then Thursday it goes down to $8, and then so on and so forth until Saturday comes around, and it's like whatever you can get for like $4, whatever's left, fucking take it.
Huh.
And you just fill you can fill bags of shit with for like $4. So yeah, like if you can get there on like the first day, man, there's like returned like cool shit in there that is like a couple $100 worth of stuff, and you get it for $9.
No shit. So yeah, Chris.
I got a 4 terabyte flash drive, 4 terabyte USB Type C flash drive for $9.
$9. So Chris throwing out, when I went on vacation in North Carolina, I was at the bin store. The bin store is kick ass.
Nice.
$9, then $6, then $2.
Right. Yes.
Like, yep. Crazy shit. So random shit, Mr. Maha. Sorry to cut you off.
That's all right. I'm happy to hear about the bin store. Sounds like a place we need to go to.
I know, right?
Yes.
Like we need to
Sounds like a place we need to start.
Right?
So the story comes from, was sent to me by someone
who shall not be named,
who may or may not be somewhere around. This grandma was out mowing her lawn on a ride mower, 64 years old, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a snake fell from the sky and latched onto her right arm and started biting her right arm.
Wait, who the fuck? Hold on. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Is that all right?
You can say it.
I am sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
So it fell down, started biting her arm. That's random enough. You would think to yourself, that's some pretty fucking random shit.
That's biblical shit.
So the lady's trying to get it off her arm, flap it around or whatever.
That means God hates you. Right. Right. Motherfucker be throwing snakes at your ass now.
But here's what's worse.
There's a worse?
It's worse than raining snakes?
The snake came from a hawk that was flying over. The hawk dropped the snake. And
it wanted it back.
The hawk wanted the snake back.
It fucking
the hawk come down and started attacking the lady, thinking the lady steal the snake. So now the snake's biting the lady. The hawk's attacking the lady, trying to get to... Yep, so there you go.
I'm telling you, she pissed God off.
So
God was like, you know what? Snake. Yeah. And then Jesus like, you think that's enough? No, I don't think she'll get the point.
Attack hawk.
Right.
So, okay. But in all senses of reality, right? This poor freaking okay, put me in this situation. I would literally die. A snake drops out of thin air, latches onto my arm. Right?
I would be screaming like a girl.
Begins to bite the shit out of my arm. I am falling off of that tractor, and the tractor's going to roll me over. Like, I'm going to lose all of my body parts.
I'm going to stick my arm under the tractor.
There is
going.
No level of crazy.
Coyote armed right there.
Exactly.
I'm shooting that fucker off.
Like, grab me my pocket knife. I'm sawing my arm off.
Right.
The dude to get caught in the canyon. I'm sawing that thing off. Yeah.
Yeah, James Franco.
Like,
there you go.
Fuck that. Then Yeah, this stupid ass hawk comes down and starts to talon my
Right?
shit. Fuck that, man. Only in Florida. I guarantee you, only in Florida.
It's got to be Florida.
Texas.
Oh, I mean, it's close.
You could have shot it. They got
Close
guns. You
enough.
could have shot the thing.
No, well, I was gonna say,
Just shoot my arm
but then,
off,
like,
why
it's
don't you?
Texas. They probably really could look up, see the snake falling, and go, "Yep, bang."
I got this some bitch.
But I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, now think about it. The snake wasn't trying to hurt her. The snake's got no fucking arms. He's like, I just got away from this fucking hawk. I free fell at fucking terminal velocity. There's an arm I might be able to get on. He's like, on the way down, he's like, boom, oh, got it, I'm safe. And that hawk's like, motherfucker. You know?
Bitch, let me just ride this one out. Hold on.
I don't.
Why are you trying to throw me off? I just got
He's
down
just
here.
trying to hold on for life, man. And the poor goddamn,
It's-
fucking hawk's like, no,
I'm
man,
sorry,
this shit ain't over.
I am not giving a snake that benefit of the doubt. It is personally attacking me. All right,
That's right.
it's angry.
It's got to go.
It's dead. That thing, I will
as
put
soon as
my
that started-
arm
as soon
in
as that bitch hit me, I
fire.
knew what it was. I'm dead. It can go wherever it wants to after that. I don't care. I'm in the grave.
Exactly. Fuck.
Do we know what
that.
kind of
Your
snake
patient
this was?
defibrillator ain't saving me. I'm done. See you. Bye.
It's
Do we know
so
what kind of snake?
It didn't say.
that
It was
sucks.
4.5. It was 4.5 foot long. That's all she said.
Oh,
I don't care if it's like as Gartner stick. I'm done. See ya. I'm out.
Yeah, no. It's one thing if I seen it and I'm like trying to avoid it and it strikes at me and gets me or something. All right, like fair game. I got it. No big deal. I'll take it like a man. But man, that shit just fell out of the fucking sky. There's a whole type of holy fucking Jesus Christ shit factor that goes along with that.
Therapy
know?
for decades. For life.
Like you expect bird shit to hit you from time to time. You do not expect a fucking snake to latch on as it's falling past you.
And then a
Right.
fucking hawk.
And then the hawk to fucking be like, shit.
Yeah, God hates you. God hates you.
Yeah. Yeah, you done something. You pissed somebody
You
off.
better go to church every motherfucking day after that one.
Right? Did you happen to like
Seriously.
piss off any Jamaicans? Did you drink like the wrong rum?
Where's her Jobu doll? What
I mean,
is
yeah, I was gonna say
Jobu
you
doing?
drank Joe Boo's rum for that shit to happen. Joe Boo was pissed.
I mean, like, is there any like ghost level shit that this lady could get
Wow.
into, Maha, to like ward the spirits away?
Sprinkle
Right.
some salt down and shit, and
Like,
God damn.
putting out fucking hex bags. I don't know.
yeah, no, I'd be out. I'd move. I'd be like, bye, never going outside ever again.
Did a
But-
TV eat her child or something? I don't even know.
But total right, yeah.
Was there like
Is
how
she
did
living
she
on an Indian burial ground?
how did she get it off? Like, did she just beat the shit out of it and,
Well, I
and
think your initial reaction is to grab the motherfucker.
maybe like rip off the snake with the left hand and lasso it around and beat the
Right.
hawk with it?
Ooh, I
Just be
like
like,
where you're going with that. Right. Cowabunga it is.
Oh my god.
The hawk said the hawk finally got it off of her arm and flew off.
Fuck.
So now
that.
she's bit by a snake and tore the fuck up by talons.
Yep.
Fantastic. What a day.
What a day. Chris,
Chris, like I'm getting sick of being bit up, being beat the shit out by a woman and a hawk. I'm done. Let's just get out of it. Let's go.
Chris, I 100% agree with you. I would not believe a call like this if I got it at all. Like, nope. If that came over dispatch, I'd be like, get the ketamine ready. This bitch on
Right.
acid. Like,
Right. This bitch crazy.
Like, this bitch fucking crazy. What?
I'm being dispatched for a snake bite and hawk
Back.
scratches.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Let's see. Hold on. Barry throws out actual deal. EMS buddy of mine had a small white snake fall from a ceiling tile as he was sleeping in a recliner watching a movie on a cold winter night. Real deal, and scared him near near a mill, or near an MI. Sorry. Yeah, like dead. I would die.
One.
Yep.
I would immediately quit and be like, bye.
They'd be like,
Bye-bye.
why'd the station burn down? I'll fucking tell you why.
Yeah.
You know?
You got snakes falling for the motherfucking stealing.
Our contract, that's, our verbal contract it no longer exists.
Right.
When that shit happens, the deal's off. I burn your fucking building down. All right.
Oh, nope. I'm done. Done. So, guys, I was super busy this week, and I did not make our normal tiles for trivia tonight.
Why?
Because I was really busy this week.
That's no excuse.
We went away Monday to Wednesday, and
That's right, Barry.
and then
Did you join that yellow cult?
no. No, we went away Monday to Wednesday, and then I was doing. Let's see, we did a bunch of like homesteading shit the last 2 days.
Oh yeah, I saw all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you the what'd you say, Paul Bunyan's semen? It totally did look like freaking semen, dude. Like
You should put that picture up so people know what the fuck we're talking about. So they're not like, hey, there's something wrong with that dude. Then again, I mean, it's me, so they probably already know that there's.
I mean,
something
dude,
wrong with that dude.
you are not wrong.
He sends me this thing. He's like, "Ooh, want some porridge?" I'm like, "Dude, it looks
Yeah.
like Paul Bunyan's semen sample."
It totally looks gross, right? Like I'm with you.
Yeah, it's white with lumps and stuff in it. I'm like, okay.
So I was rendering down all the pig fat that we got from our pig and Kelsey's pig from last winter. We had froze it, and the ultimate goal was to make soap out of it. So we had to do the whole rendering process. So I rendered.
You really need to stop watching Fight Club.
I'm sorry. So rendered all that down yesterday, bottled up all the lard. We got like 19 quart, or like 19, whatever the big jars are. The quart jars.
Freedom units or European units?
Like, Freedom units. And,
Okay.
So we got like 19 jars of it. And, so that was yesterday. Today, we have on this, on the new property, dude, I'm not lying. It is so cool that early in the spring and summer, we get all of our raspberries in, and then it transitions. Raspberry. And then it transitions into all of the gooseberries and blueberries. And then
boysenberries?
Nope. And then
Fuck, man.
No snozberries either. And then right now we're in blackberries.
Hey, careful with that.
Dude, there's like thousands of these freaking things all over the yard. So we decided like, hey, let's go pick like 2-3 pounds of them. And so Jess made blackberry jam today.
Ooh, love it.
And we canned that. And then we made our first two like, I don't know, molds.
We don't know either.
They're molds. That's what they're called. We made our MOLDS molds.
Okay.
For the soap. So like we actually made
gotcha. Okay.
the soap and put it in the molds.
So like make it look like a seashell or whatever the fuck, like a little bar.
Yeah, so we're making a bar, and then we're just gonna cut the bars. But yeah, so like we were fairly busy.
I'm hoping not pig fat.
What was that?
What smell? Not pig fat, correct?
No. So as you render it down, you lose all the smell. So the lard literally smells like nothing. It doesn't smell like fat. Doesn't smell like pig. Doesn't smell like anything. So we add it's distilled water, lye, the lard, and then essential oils to give it your smell
to it.
Yeah.
All right.
So the first one, I told Jess, I was like, we need to do like a manly scent because she didn't buy any manly scents this time. So like
lavender.
She bought lavender and lemon, which that smells really good.
I'm not gonna say it.
And then she bought this like rose oil, which then she mixed with the lavender. And I will be honest, it does smell pretty damn good. Doesn't smell manly,
Right.
It smells pretty damn good.
It may smell good, but it's not something you want on you.
Right. So like I gotta, there like she looked up a recipe for one, and you take like the coffee grounds that you use in the filter, and you save them and you dry them out, and then you put the used coffee grounds in the soap. Because once once the coffee grounds are used, they no longer have the flavor or smell of coffee once you dry them out. So
what do they have the flavor and smell of?
Just a grit. So like you use it as an exfoliant.
What is describe to me what a grit is?
I'm not going there. But every self-respecting Southerner does not use instant grits.
He finally got a reference. Outstanding.
Hey, if I didn't get that one, I'll just quit the show. All right.
I admire your honesty.
So, let's see. WW2 girl Barry, I was at the firehouse with rats, and I wasn't on duty that day, but the firefighters said they had a rat in the apparatus bay. Ambulance got the call, then the rat chased the ambulance down the road.
Of course it did.
That's freaking awesome.
Problem solved.
Yep. No need for traps. Love it.
That's it.
Better call Saul.
So
they could have named it. It could have been the pet.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Fluffy.
All in
you could have
all,
called him Saul.
I was super busy, so I didn't make all the nice illustrations for the people to look at the questions. So all you bitches are just gonna have to listen. I didn't even pick out questions. I literally just said, you know what? I'm going to Google a bunch of questions, and I'm just going to scroll through, and I'm going to read them, and we're going to go with those. So these are completely random.
No topic, just random stuff?
No, just generalized trivia.
Well, this fits with the Maha's random shit.
Exactly. There you go.
All right.
All right, so
German sexy party music.
Chomp don't want to help. Chomp don't get the help.
Jesus, yours are so loud.
Sorry.
All right, let's get our trivia music a pumping.
All right.
All right, so this one for all of our PC and internet nerds out there. What does HTTP stand for?
Text transfer protocol. Got it. It took me a little bit to remember it, but I got it.
I knew you would know it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to work in this station that WW2 Girl is working in. There was another night where the firefighters put a hose in the rat's hole, and they said 10 came running out.
In what hole?
Hell no.
They put a hose in the rat's hole.
Oh, rat's hole. Okay.
I mean, rat's hole could be, code
don't
for.
Don't go to the Caribbean and say that word. That has a very the ras hole, man.
Oh, the ras hole, man.
Right?
The ras hole. That's real bad.
Whew, yeah.
There's only one thing worse than ras hole down there, and that's ras clot.
It's very bad.
So yeah,
it's very bad.
I'm gonna assume by the silence of the chat, nobody knows what HTTP stands for. So Gerard, I'm gonna give it to you because I know you know it.
It's Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Because, nerds.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you. Hey, gee, I know so much. I should be making so much money.
You're working. You're working on it.
Yeah.
A truly great job.
Numero dos. This one goes overseas. What is the national dish of Spain?
Of what?
Where?
Spain.
Oh, Spain. Oh, everybody knows this.
What is the
Gotta be
national
paella.
dish of Spain?
Paella.
Paella.
Knows that.
Paella.
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 Gotta roll that Y out.
Paella. You gotta pop that P. It's like paella.
Paella. Paella.
Yes.
Alice in the bush. The bush Alice.
¿Dónde está el paella?
Paella. I'm gonna give it to both of you for
Correct!
the paella. All right, this
Everybody knows that one.
Irvin.
everybody,
Not everybody. Everybody.
everybody.
There's still a few out there that probably don't.
I honestly didn't know this until a couple weeks ago when Roman, of all people, told me this. He must have seen it in one of his fact books. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we didn't do it. I honestly don't remember doing this one. But what is the tiny piece at the end of a shoelace called?
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Oh,
I know what it is. I'm not gonna say it. Let other people try. I think I know what it is.
I've heard it before.
How's the chat?
The chat is silent. No one has
Really?
put an answer down so far on Bupkis.
Yeah, none of this. We're talking. We rats and shit falling from the sky, landing on my face. No problem. We're chatting up a storm.
Yep.
What's the thing at the end of a fucking shoelace? It's like
Crickets.
I don't know, man.
Fucking
I don't know.
crickets. I love it.
Yep.
I love you all in the chat. The Maha knows this.
I'm gonna pass though because I can't think of the name of it.
Is it the egglet or something like that? Like the
Spell it.
like EG fucking LET?
Is the fucking go in there or is it just?
You know what? I'm going to give it to you
Correct!
with a buzzer because you said it wrong, just like I would have. It's the aglet. A-G-L-E-T.
All right, gotcha.
Who the fuck names these things? I have freaking no idea.
Apparently the French.
Who sat there and was like, yeah, this small little plasticky metal thing. We're going to call that the aglet. Like,
It's the French, dude. I mean, yeah. The only nation on earth that never wins a war but gets to name all kinds of shit.
I know, right? Like,
Right?
peckerheads.
You know?
Going chemistry with this one.
So along with that,
Yes, go ahead.
I did not know RSVP actually meant like what the fuck is it? Rendezvous s'il vous plaît or some shit like that.
What?
It actually is a French saying. I had no idea. Yeah, it's like rendezvous s'il vous plaît.
Oh my god, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I forgot to put that at the end of it. You know,
Wow. That's
I had no idea.
yeah.
Yep, they've been naming shit. And they've flying under the fucking radar, man. Gotta put
Seriously.
an end to that shit.
Must
Shit in the museums,
must
they
be
didn't really
nice.
win. Stole it from everybody
Yep.
else.
Yep.
All right, so in my oh shit. What the fuck there? Oh. There we go.
Oh,
So in my soap journey, I totally
learned about soap poisoning.
dude, I'm telling you, I should have passed chemistry way back in the day. I didn't. It totally would have helped me out today, knowing that, you know, when you put lye in distilled water, it gets really hot and starts to vaporize. And man, my nose was burning. But we go to chemistry to ask the
All right.
question, what element does the chemical symbol AU stand for?
Silver.
No.
Oh no, that's AG.
Incorrect.
Silver is AG.
Wrong.
It was a very good wrong answer. Best wrong answer.
It was a good wrong, great wrong,
Silver's AG.
most beautiful wrong. Everybody knows this. There's never been a wrong like this before. Mexico's going to pay for it. I'm stumped on the AU, man.
I thought you knew it. You went, ooh, it's not silver.
Is it aluminium?
No.
Aluminium?
Aluminium's AL.
I'm confused as to what I think you need to go check on your wife, Gerard, because she just wrote in the chat Goig.
Goig?
So I'm wondering if she's just having a speech impediment here. Or if that stands for something.
It's a Goig.
It's a Goig.
Hey, Goig.
Well, we're planning that trip to Chicago later, you know.
Tammy, lead doesn't help the explanation of Goig.
That would be lead.
Oh, lead.
I'm gonna lead with
you dumb
Goig.
truck.
Hey, what word starts with F and ends with K?
Lead doesn't help me there. We're talking about elements here. This element is 1 proton away from gold. It's not lead.
Oh shit!
Wow.
And people pay me
And
as
it's
a
not
paramedic.
Goig.
And it's not Goig.
Hold on, now is Goig Yiddish for lead?
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
That's right, folks. And I've only been drinking water.
That's the French.
I
That's the French pronunciation.
So Tammy is so close, and she doesn't even know it with Goig.
With lead.
No, with Goig, it's gold. AU
gold.
is gold.
Right, AU, yeah.
Oh my god.
So funny AG story. Greatest license plate I've ever seen in my life, with the exception of the person who I guess is a Washington Nats fan and actually put NATZ because they couldn't get it with the S, and then put fan after it. So when you look at it, it doesn't look like it says Nats fan.
Oh jeez.
Great, but not for the reason. But anyway, it was a all silver Corvette. Now I was a kid. I was like middle school. Like I'm talking like 67, 68 Vet Stingray, and just silver, chrome. The license plate was HIHOAG, and I rode past that thing on my skateboard fucking weeks, and I couldn't figure out I'm like, what the fuck is Hi-Ho Ag? And finally, the dude's coming out one day, and I'm like, I gotta stop. Hold on, man. What does the license plate mean? He's like, Hi-Ho Silver? I went, oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Because if you're a fucking dumbass like me, you won't pick up on that shit. You know? Fly right by. Hi-Ho Ag. Literally for like a month I did that.
That's funny.
Like, I have no idea what the fuck that means.
All right, ready to transition.
That's the only reason I know that Ag is silver.
Yep. You mean, Ag is silver.
Yes, not Goig.
You want to
Goig.
be with that?
Now Tammy's saying it was a typo. She knew all along. I believe her. She's smarter than me.
It's like I said, she's practicing her Yiddish.
Yeah, she knew how to. She knew actually, how to spell lead.
Kappa walk. Sarai.
So now we go to history. What was Eleanor Roosevelt's maiden name before marrying FDR?
Fuck. It was some like Pewterschmidt name, wasn't it? He's gonna Google it.
Nope.
Cheap
Nope.
motherfucker.
I have the answer. It's sitting right in front of me.
I don't remember.
It was
It's some. No, it's. Well, he didn't marry his fucking sister. Roosevelt, yes. They hyphenated it.
They hyphenated. Man.
They're not from Kentucky. They're from upstate New York.
Either people are sitting there watching like porno or something, and not us, but but forgot to turn off the stream, or nobody knows anything tonight because the chat is silent. Silent.
Or we really suck.
Or apparently, I'm picking.
There's that.
I'm picking bad questions. I don't know.
Like nobody wants to know about early Eleanor Roosevelt. They want to know about fucking snakes flying out of airplanes.
Yep. Well, you asked for questions, so.
All right, what is it? Because I don't know.
Tammy, you gotta do this with your wife because she is rocking it. Eleanor Roosevelt's maiden name was Roosevelt. She was the 5th cousin of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and the
nasty motherfucker.
And let's see, the niece of Theodore Roosevelt.
Dude, you meet a chick and hi, how's it going? Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, go out and have some dinner. What's your name? My name's whatever Cuomo. I'm like, hey, that's my last name. Hey, you know what? That whole dinner thing, we're gonna put a squash on that. Because that's just no fucking way. It ain't like her last name was Smith. You know what I mean? It was two Smiths. Like, you probably got a chance. Yeah, you might have a chance to not hit the bullseye.
You might think.
And then that ain't a bullseye you want to hit. But no, man, it's just Roosevelt, and you're from the same neck of the woods, and you're like, man, that's a little too close, bud. That's nasty.
That is a little bit nasty.
That's what put him in a wheelchair.
So, all right.
They said it was the polio. They was wrong.
Was it too soon for that one? Sorry.
What U.S. fast food chain is credited with introducing the first drive-through window?
Burger King.
That was fast.
I don't know about that. Bob's Big Boy?
What?
Bob's a Big Boy.
Are you watching porn now? Like, who? What?
No, if I was, I'd be like number 23.
Can't say that I've ever heard of Bob's Big Boy, but that's
It's
definitely
out
not
west.
right. I've never been to one of these. Let's just put it that way. So
Is
that
it an
takes
In-N-Out?
out like
No, it couldn't be
Wendy's
In-N-Out.
and McDonald's and BK,
Hold on.
Five Guys, all them.
I'm going to say In-N-Out.
We got McDonald's in the chat, but that's not right. In-N-Out Burger is correct.
Ah, nice.
I've never been to an In-N-Out Burger. I hear they're really good.
They're really good. You got to go out west to get them, but the only reason I thought about In-N-Out the last thing was like, they are an old chain. When you really, I didn't really think like how a lot of stuff out there is kind of newer, like Carl's Jr. and that kind of shit. But like, yeah, I was like In-N-Out. Man, In-N-Out's been around a while, man. It's like Jack in the Box and that kind of stuff. They got some length under lifetime, so pretty cool. So they had the first drive-through.
Apparently.
Awesome.
So we moved to music. You guys did really good on music the last time.
Yes.
What is the longest running band still featuring its original lineup?
Ooh.
As of when? As of right now?
As of right now?
As of let's see when this was written, June of this year.
Well, it's not Leonard Skinner. Or Def Leppard. Wait a minute. I mean, like, there's got to be a lot of bands out there that have the same lineup.
I would agree.
So, what is our time span looking at? Like, has had the same lineup for how many years or decades?
It just
or whatever?
says, what is the longest running band still featuring its original lineup?
Okay, so it's not the Beatles. I was thinking the Rolling Stones, but didn't the drummer just pass away a few years ago? I think the drummer passed away a few years ago.
I mean, if you're gonna go with that, I'd go with AC/DC then, because
Well, no, because
not before the drummer did, but I mean.
Well, but Bon Scott's gone too, so that's not the original lineup. Did anybody from Led Zeppelin die? I don't like Led Zeppelin, so I wouldn't know, and it definitely ain't the fucking Eagles.
No, but something about the Eagles. The next question: what is the best-selling album of all time in the U.S.?
Fuck that shit.
Their greatest hits by the Eagles.
Of course it is.
Never would have thunk that one.
Me neither. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to just take a guess as to the band.
If you get it right, I'm leaving.
Wait,
hold on a second. I had it, and I just lost it. Give me 1 second to get it back. All right. Pink Floyd.
No, they broke up.
Pink Floyd. Say what?
There's only a couple of them running right now.
Oh! It has to be
Still together.
still together
still
and touring.
Yep. Still performing with the original cast.
How about
Original
this?
cast.
ZZ Top.
No, they're dead. What's his name?
One of
Passed
them
away.
just died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
I dated a girl who's
Dusty Hill passed away.
Yeah, I dated a girl who her stepdad's family was connected to Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top.
Oh, no shit. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He used to come to their Christmas dinner. It's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yep.
Oh, is this? Can we get a hint? Like, is this an American band or is this a fucking European band? Or
Let's see.
I mean, I could say the Scorpions.
You could say the Scorpions. It is a originally Irish band.
Oh,
Ooh.
U2.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
damn good guess. And because I want to move along, it is correct. It's U2.
Oh no shit!
It is U2.
Wow.
Yep. At least that's what they're saying here. So
No, I believe it too. I mean, shit.
They started.
Yeah.
They started
The 70s.
in 1976.
Yeah.
And they still have everybody in there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Bono,
Still haven't found what the
Edge,
fuck they're looking for.
Clayton, and
Well,
Mullen.
they still haven't found what they're looking for.
And in my opinion, they still suck. So it's okay.
Dude. But I'll tell you right now, though, it's funny. You go anywhere outside the U.S. and U2 shows up for a concert, like they have to sell out a football stadium, so a soccer stadium.
Right.
But you're talking like 80, 90,000 people.
Oh, I
at
know.
a clip.
They're humongous.
Yeah.
They'll do that in the States. But
They'll do it here too. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's just mind-boggling over there. Like the venues, they'll just win.
yeah.
You know.
It was not the Cranberries. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
Unfortunately.
She died a while ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
WW2
passed.
girl wasn't the
So
one that wrote Zombie. That would be the Cranberries. And
Yeah,
she died.
Dolores Reardon there. So I just read something about her and how she died. It's really fucked up, but it's very Irish. Yeah, so she was, basically getting completely shit-faced in the tub, and she just slid underwater. She passed out and drowned,
That sucks.
drunk off her ass.
Yeah, at least it was painless.
Well, sucks. She was a really good singer. But
Yeah, she was. So
Nah.
this one should hit home, guys. Start a
Man.
valiant discussion. What movie is Alan Rickman's first film credit?
Oh, first film credit?
First film credit.
Fuck, dude, it's not Die Hard.
Or was he credited with that one as the first one though?
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not Die Hard. It's got to be something else. He was in something else before Die Hard.
Yeah, but was he credited as an actor in that one though?
I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen. Every year, it never gets old. I hear that and I'm like, it's Christmas time. That and I must have missed 60 minutes. Or Schießt Finster. Shoot the glass.
Shoot the glass.
I know. Every year when I am wrapping presents, I watch Die Hard. Every year. And what do I do,
Yes.
Gerard? What do? I send you a picture.
Absolutely, yep. It's like my Christmas card. Like I'll send everyone it's just a picture of Hans's face as he's falling off the Nakatomi Plaza.
Absolutely.
Now you know it's Christmas.
Yeah, I know it's Christmas. So yeah, are you going with Die Hard or are you going with something else?
Let's go with Die Hard.
Go Die Hard, yeah.
It is 100% Die Hard.
Really?
Correct.
No shit.
Yep. First film credit is Die Hard.
See, and that's why these motherfucking young kids, and I'm sorry if you're in the chat or you're watching and you ain't got the balls to get in the chat, whatever.
He's not sorry. It's okay.
And I'm not sorry, but you people with the fucking
people.
it's Professor Dumbledore. Oh, when he fucking passed away, I'll never forget. I'm sitting there, I'm at the station. Someone goes, "Oh, Professor Dumbledore passed away," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And they're like, "Him."
It was
I'm like,
Snape.
it's Hans
okay.
Gruber.
It was Snape, but keep going.
It was what?
It was Professor Snape, not Dumbledore.
Whatever.
But keep
Whatever.
going.
It's all the same shit.
It's
Did
not.
did he have a broomstick?
No.
I bet he did.
But he didn't.
Oh, I bet it.
I bet he did.
All right. Yeah, see, even your wife agrees. Professor Snape. Duh. What is the first and still only horror movie to win the Oscar for Best Picture?
Alien.
Was that a horror movie or a sci-fi movie?
The first Alien was a horror movie.
Yeah.
After
Really?
that, they became sci-fi.
I did not know that. See, learn something new every day.
But it's probably not Alien. I just wish it was.
First and still only horror movie to win the Oscar for Best Picture.
Only horror movie.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with The Exorcist.
Interesting. I'm gonna go with The Exorcist too.
Exorcist is a good guess.
I think I'm going for it. Yeah.
That is a really... Oh, Tammy throwing out another great classic,
What is it?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist? You think Coach got the chops for the Oscar?
Let me just say that both of you guys are wrong.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Only horror movie.
I recently just rewatched this movie.
It's got to be Critters 2.
Leprechaun.
Holes. It was Holes.
I've never seen that one.
With Sheila Booth.
With Sheila Booth, yeah.
It's stupid.
Gosh, let's see a horror movie.
Puppet Master 18.
The Birds. Oh, that
Oh,
movie's
good
fun.
one.
That's
Who
a
put that
good,
one in?
Your wife.
Oh, is anybody else putting anything in?
No.
Wow. You're right. I think they left us.
No, there's still 4 people watching. or they're jerking off or something. I don't know.
If they're jerking off to
Maybe they're just jerking off to you. It's
let me know what you want me to do.
Make sure you become a
Just get-
Patreon
just-
beforehand.
Gerard
Just
told me,
get that, I was gonna say, get that Patreon and we'll talk.
Gerard will do pretty low for
$5
$5.
$5.
going on here.
Right.
How wide can your mouth open, Gerard? Oh my God.
How old are we going back? Are we going like back to the Hammer films with like Dracula and
No.
Frankenstein?
Ooh, Nosferatu.
Nope. Let's see. I don't honestly know when this came out. 91.
90.
Really?
Okay.
What the? Oh, I know what it is. It's the fucking Interview with the Vampire.
The Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, it's got to be the Interview with the Vampire
With Brad. Shit.
with Brad Pitt and fucking Tom Cruise
Tom Cruise in the closet.
in the closet. Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
I don't honestly know what movie you're talking about, but no. It has neither
right.
one of those
It's
actors
got-
in it.
Is it fucking Twilight? If it's fucking Twilight, I'm done.
Twilight was
No,
made in
it
like
was 91, dude.
2007.
Or 90? What year? 91 or 97?
91. I'm going to
91.
give
Those
it to you
kids-
guys. It is Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, see now I don't think that. See, I don't consider that a horror movie. That's a thriller.
See, yeah, and that's right. Just like
Yeah,
I
that's-
wouldn't consider Alien a horror movie. Like,
Right. So the first Alien was a horror flick. It
Yeah.
it legit was. Like if we're gonna, I try not to watch the first one if I can avoid it. If I have to, I have to. I know what happens. It's all good. But I try to avoid it and go straight to number 2 because the second one is the best one and it's really the only one I watch now. But But no, that first one legit is a horror flick. The same with like Event Horizon. Event Horizon is not a sci-fi movie. That's a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word. You know, when you have Sam Neill ripping his own eyes out, it's kind of a horror movie.
Yep.
But no, Sounds of the Lambs. That's a thriller. That's like a suspense thriller. That's not a
Yeah. I would not really say that was a horror movie either. I would agree. It's more of a thriller. But yeah, that's.
I mean, to be honest, the second Sounds of the Lambs was scarier than the first one.
Yeah, and that was the prequel, wasn't it?
No, it was,
or was
the
that the third
follow-on
one?
afterwards. He's out there, and remember they changed her to Juliet Moore.
Yeah.
It was the one where they're like Ray Liotta's feeding him his own brain and shit. Where he's just sitting there eating his own brain. Yeah, it's fucked up. That scene just fucking.
So I'm gonna go with the last one here.
All right.
Globe and Jerusalem are types of what? I like the blank stares of like, you gotta be fuck kidding me, kid.
We're gonna need another question because this one's just gonna be a nah.
Globe in Jerusalem.
All right, you want another one?
Watch, it's probably some kind of like crochet thing.
Marbles.
Your wife will know.
It's a crochet thing, isn't it?
Tammy says basil or basil.
Basil?
It's not basil.
Basil?
Is it a?
I like that. What?
What?
That's awesome. Like,
No.
that's the wrong one.
The fuck's wrong with you?
Supposed to do that one.
What?
There we go.
Yeah, you're.
God damn it! It's all fucked. It's all coming down now.
Dude, you are so rusty with your soundboard. You need to get some fucking game back.
It's
you
not.
You ain't been dinging yourself. You ain't been doing a lot of that. You got to get back on that shit.
I ding myself. I dinged myself twice today.
You're fired.
All right, I'm done. That's it. See you later. Peace out.
Oh my
one
goodness.
of these days, we're gonna
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
All right.
Sorry. So I don't have a segment, so I guess unless you want to ask another question, because that one kind of.
So what the hell is Globe in Jerusalem?
What is Globe in Jerusalem?
Artichokes. There you go. See, this
Can
is.
we have a really good juicy bonus question?
What?
Something good and juicy, not like an artichoke,
What
which is the
what
exact
is
opposite of good
what
and
is
juicy.
good and juicy?
Something good and juicy.
I thought an artichoke would be good and juicy, but
So find that juicy double.
let's see.
Begging for a piece of that bubble.
Know anything about Greek mythology?
Sure, let's do it.
According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth?
Freya.
You're like, why did I even ask for Greek mythology?
Andromeda.
That was a great show.
What show?
Andromeda.
Oh, never heard of it.
You've never heard of Andromeda?
No, I was thinking of it, the Greek goddess Andromeda.
No,
She was in the Clash of the Titans.
I understand what you were thinking.
You know, Greek. We're talking Greek. You're saying great
Andromeda,
show, and I'm like, never heard of it.
Andromeda was the first Gene Roddenberry sci-fi not to be Star Trek that was put on national TV.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
You're gonna laugh, but I think
See, that would have been a good trivia question.
There you go. Well, there was your trivia question. You didn't know.
Somebody else answered something.
Yeah, because, this thing's all fucked. Thank you, because, everything's fucked today. Woof. There we go.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
I swear, yeah. So, I'm going to end it here. It is Pandora.
Andorra?
Pandora.
Andorra. I was going to say, if it's Andorra, that was Samantha's mother. We don't have to worry about that. She was kind of a bitch, though. Always fucking stuff up with Darren.
Always. Yep. So
Oh, see now there's a question. Which Darren?
was Greg and Rachel on a break? There's the perfect question.
What was that?
Was Greg and Rachel on a break?
Who's that?
Or was it Greg? What's his name?
Who's Greg and Rachel?
What the fuck is his name?
Are you having a stroke, dude?
I am having
You
a
all right?
stroke. Never
You
mind.
smell ghost?
See, this is what happens when you drink a lot before we start.
Greg and Rachel. Who the fuck is you? Like, yeah, you know, Greg and Rachel. Fucking, you know, I was like, you know,
The paint melting.
Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Greg. Never mind. I'm just ending the show. See you later, people. Thank you, Tammy. I fucked up again. I'll hit my buzzer. All right. Just talk to your wife. She knows that I fucked up. I'm not even going to try it. We're just going to end it, and we're going to say Turk's a moron, and that you should give us money for Patreon so you see more of this bullshit. And Cronuts. Let's see. What do I got next to me? I got Lululemon.
That's not Lululemon. You're gonna get sued.
It's late call.
That's late call lemon.
Oh, whatever.
You say Lululemon.
That's my favorite cronut lately.
Yeah, late call lemon. Yeah, so it's been hers
Boo
too.
Boo Blueberry. That one I know.
Boo Boo Blueberry. I like that one.
What's the apple one? Ain't your patient apple?
Ain't my patient apple. Yeah.
Ain't my patient apple. There you go. That's what I got next to me. Yep. See, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. See you later. Goodbye. Thank you all for joining us. We love you.
Cronuts.